Hello, my name is John Nimsky, and this is my lovely wife Shirley Nimsky and her lovely cohort, Sheri Lopez. All three of us are BloomTree Realty agents. And we're here today to talk to you about how you can view the solar eclipse tomorrow without buying anything other than the supplies that you already have at home, and in the process being safe. Because if you do not follow these instructions implicitly, and you look at the sun tomorrow during the solar eclipse,
with glasses,
we will be able to see you afterwards, but you assuredly will not be able to see us because you'll be blind. With that, Shirley, please walk the viewing audience through the various supplies that they can readily find around their home.
Okay, well today what we're going to do is show how you can use simple supplies such as a shoebox, aluminum foil, scotch tape, a pin, a pair of scissors, a ruler, a measuring tape to make a shoebox solar eclipse viewing device. First we want to show you the finished device. Oh, and you also need a piece of paper. You don't want to forget the piece of paper.
right?
But first we're going to show you the finished device. When we're done, this is what you're going to have made that'll make viewing your solar eclipse safe for all.
So here's a box. It has a pinhole in one side that you will look. The sun will come through the pinhole, and this is the hole that you will look through. And this piece of paper is what will reflect the sun. So you're not looking directly at the sun, you'll be seeing the shadow of the solar eclipse inside your box.
Now there's one important item to consider when you're doing this, and that is to take the shoes out of the shoebox first.
Very important.
Very important.
And if you're like all of us, you probably have a few shoe boxes with quite a few shoes in them.
Yes.
So if you don't do it right the first time, you can do it over again.
That's right. We have lots of shoes. Okay, so
First item is the empty shoe box. What you want to do is cut a 1-inch diameter hole in one end of the shoe box. Then on the side of the box, you want to cut a second 1-inch diameter.
this
And
one
that
needs to be
on the opposite end from the
Pinhole.
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 What will be the pinhole. And you should definitely make sure that it's 3 to 3.5 inches from the end. So that way you have a good angle for viewing the eclipse. Okay, Shirley,
So then what you want to do is cut a piece of ordinary aluminum foil that's going to be fitted over the end of the shoebox with a 1-inch diameter. You'll tape the aluminum foil.
I'm going to tape it inside so I don't poke myself.
That's a good idea. So you tape the aluminum foil on the inside of the box, but just make sure your 1-inch diameter hole is covered completely.
And one moment.
Very completely. We want to make sure it's complete.
And your aluminum is nice and tight.
Because you don't want to let one bit of that sun ray go.
Yikes! Okay.
Okay,
wait.
so there it is.
Okay.
So then you want to take your pin. We didn't have an ordinary thumbtack or pin, so we have just a little happy pin. You want to make a small pinhole in the center of the diameter over the aluminum foil.
Good job.
Then next, you want to take your ordinary white piece of paper and cut it
Good.
so it fits directly over the opposite end of your aluminum foil covered hole.
I love tape. Let me do this one too. Oh, thank you. Alrighty then.
Okay, so then next,
You have your 2 holes, right?
yes,
That's pretty much it.
that's it.
So now that
It's
was
so
quick and
simple. We
easy.
thought there was so
We
much
thought
more to
there
do.
would be- It was a lot harder when we first made this one, let me tell you. So you can use this method and watch the eclipse safely, or there's a couple other ways you can do it. You can use a cereal
A
box,
cereal box.
or you can use a Pringles can.
Pringles cans, which
Unfortunately.
we tried in practice several times, but the problem is we kept eating all of the inventory.
And the instructions were too difficult for us. So we decided this was the easiest way to show you.
And lastly, we want to be sure that it's not just the two-legged folks that need to be careful out in the solar eclipse. You want to make sure during the eclipse you keep your small pets away from the sun and perhaps inside if you can, because you don't want them to have their eyes exposed at either.
Yep, because they can also go blind from looking at the sun. So that's Shirley,
John,
and Sheri coming to you from BloomTree Realty, hoping you have a safe and fun solar eclipse.
And lastly, if you're not interested in looking at the sun or the eclipse, come look at properties with us. We'd be glad to help you out. See you later.